Lucky bastards. Battle of the boxing. So yeah, a bit of a treat today, luckily for you lot. Yeah, all two of you might watch these videos, possibly three. It's hard to tell. I think old nerd playing PC games, the Spanish guy, used to comment on all my videos. I think something's happened to him, you know. Very sad. But I used to love my crappy bootleg videos as well. He said I should be working for a museum. I won't go that far. I get coronavirus in it if I work with other people. But no, I wanted a picture of the really nice bar graph screen shown on the box of the C64. So now I have to get that box out, so I might as well show you why I don't like the C64 mini or full size. I don't like calling it maxi. It's not my thing. Right, let's get the ball rolling. There we go. Now doesn't that look like something that just come out of the shops a couple of months earlier? So yes, this is the original European C64 box, and again, I don't know if the camera's out of focus or it's just my eyes. It's really hard to tell, but at this distance it shouldn't be out of focus. I can't tell in it. But yeah, the American box is just some shitty cardboard box. But the European one is really nice actually, because it's got the old polystyrene. See? Always a few chips on there, but now this outer cardboard sleeve is fucked 99.999% of the time. That's just the way it is. They weren't designed to last decades. They were designed to last long enough until Commodore come up with the next best thing, which they never did. They come up with something different to the C64 many times. They never came up with anything better. The Amiga's not better than the C64, it's just different really. Well, I was going to say the SID chip can be emulated on the C60 on the Amiga quite nicely actually, but yeah, that's only two people have managed that for one program, SID player on the Amiga. Anyway, this is what I bloody wanted. What her mad Commodore? Not quite. This bar graph thing. Come on, man. I don't think it will focus this close. Nah. Not really sure why it does that. But I'm going to have to take a picture of that. It is, I think this is 15 megapixels. So certainly fine. And that's literally all I wanted. Just this picture here. Because there's no decent pictures of the box of the C64. Now this one is in very good condition because, you know, there's very minimal damage to the C64 sleeve. That's really the most of it. And there's a bit there. A tiny bit of creasing here. And here. But yeah, so the back bit here does kind of look like the C64 full size box. So I think now is the time to introduce that one. You're going to get rubbish glare on there, nothing I can do. Like I said, this is still sealed. Not for any monetary reason or anything. There you go, look. Still got the plastic all the way around it. I bought this to use on my plasma TV, and that room is not really usable at the moment. It's got 2 kitchens worth of cabinets. All the stuff that goes with that. A sofa that's supposed to go in the other room eventually. And you know, loads of food and huge 30-kilo bags of wooden cat litter. So, you know, so that is very similar. I'm not really a fan of the fact that it's called the C64 instead of Commodore. I think they licensed the ROMs from what they call Clone 2, the people who make Amiga Forever and C64 Forever. So let's zoom out here. Don't want to get any Jonesy snot on the camera. So yeah, we got this bit here. Hey, is there a cat in there? Hey, there is a cat in there. I have to be a bit careful now. There's a cat on top of the other box under the bed. So I mean, they've got the stripes, obviously. I don't like that there. That should be a lot more discreet. It's like one of them shit cars that's got fucking GTI written up the yin yang all over the place, even though it's a piece of shit and nowhere near as good as the Golf or the Peugeot GTI. From the 80s, obviously, I'm talking about. I don't know. They could have got people dressed in like 70s stuff doing similar things to this. Now obviously these are all copyrighted. And getting back to copyright, I think there's a bit of an issue with who actually owns Commodore. I think there's a bit of a fluke that Clone 2 got actually to be able to license the C64 ROMs. But you know what, we've been doing fine without C64 forever. If you buy that thing, you're a fucking knob, because Vice has been free for 2 fucking decades, mate. So there's no reason to buy that shit. Possibly if you have a Mac, but I'm not interested in the Mac. So it's just as bad as Windows, and they charge you 700-800 quid more for exactly the same hardware at the bottom of the range. Fuck knows what the difference is on the top end. So yeah, there's a bit of an issue certainly with who exactly owns all the Amiga IP and copyright. I think Tulip Computers and whoever ended up with all their IP, because Tulip Computers went bankrupt, I think, or they just closed down. I think they still own the actual Commodore brand and, you know, the logo and the name and everything. It ended up there after ESCOM. So that's probably the reason, but I'm pretty sure they could have got the Commodore actual thing, and that's a shame, because for a start, this is shit. This is fucking brilliant, mate. Look at that. That is the original C64 logo, a 64 with a sort of diagonal rainbow effect. Really nice, actually. These bits are the same, obviously less boxes because there's not as many things to plug in. Is this more advanced than this? No, because I can use wireless Atari joysticks. Yeah, they were a thing with massive fucking antennas coming out the end like the old analog cordless phones. But you can't do that on here. No such thing as a wireless controller. And of course, paddles. Let's check out the front. So as I was saying, I just bought this because basically, yeah, you can use an emulator, but you try finding the exact theC graphics you want on a fucking Windows keyboard. In fact, that's my real bugbear with this system. You can't plug it in to an actual PC and use it as like a C64 keyboard. Like that original Spectrum thing. Hey, what's going on in there? Cat in the box. Come on, buddy, come on. Yeah, there is other stuff in there. Got that. Oh yeah, so would it be nice if you could use this as a keyboard, and then you could actually use it in 1 to 8 mode on Vice and +4, and you can still put in the theC graphics, although it's really for the C64 basic. So let's turn this one round. Are the colours exactly the same? Let's have a look. This is almost the same. The other thing is, these function keys, these are the Mark II bread bin. The C64 originally come out with the leftover VIC-20 keyboards. They had surplus, which had orange function keys. They're exactly the same keyboard. They just changed this for a more business-like look. And of course, that's the original silver label thing. Here they're copying the C64 business. You know, the later one with the rainbow thing. But yeah, that's a bad thing, that is. They should be orange. Shows their lack of experience. So I think the actual bar graphs are actually the same. Let's have a look at the side. See, look, this is all bullshit. HDMI massive letters, as if that's a fucking positive. Every single fucking 8 and 16-bit game was designed on CRT screens, and they should only be displayed on CRT screens if you're going to shout about it. If it said SCART RGB in massive letters, I'd be like, yeah, great one, mate. But it doesn't. It says HDMI, which basically says I'm a millennial prick. I love fucking LCD, which I don't. It's shit. Hey, buddy. Here we go. This is a better picture of the bar graphs I wanted, although they're slightly obscured. C64 showing it's better than a PC here, which it probably isn't, because you've only got 64k of RAM. Quite simple. Again, with the much nicer logo there. We don't even have the logo on the side here, look. Just loads of fucking boring millennial cocksucker text. And their shit logo. Someone's been trying very hard to copy that from the old Amiga games. That was quite rare to have that kind of thing on the C64. Oh, and it's recyclable, as if we give a fuck. Right, is that what it means? What the fuck does that mean then? Either it is or it isn't. What's that mean? So, right. They have got the same image layout, but of course they've got a really fucking shit game. California Games is one of the worst. This is not a game you would even have advertised on a 1984 C64, which is roughly when the function keys went from orange to grey. Terrible. Actually, I'm not getting enough for a shadow on here. God damn it. But yeah, so let's have a look what's on the other side of the C64 then. Right, it's the same thing on both. But it's still better. So, I mean, look, they're showing you all the different things you can do. It's for clever people who do sciencey things. They're having a fucking office meeting. So that can be used for like office work. Can be used for like at home. Because she's got a cup of tea there. They are not office cups. Please note. And school kids. Learning about something or other. Definitely gonna have to take some pictures. So yeah, that's the difference. But I'm not unboxing this because one, my channel's dead anyway, and two, I don't really see the point because I can't use it at the moment. But yeah, I bought this just to like write stuff in BASIC, possibly learn a bit of simple machine code. If it had an SD card slot instead of using USB like, you know, thumbsticks, that'd be better, because you could have one SD card with stuff for a real C64 with SD to IEC, and also for the C64 Mini. But as it is, you have to plug both into a fucking horrible Windows piece of shit, or just as bad Linux and Mac, and transfer files from one to the other, just so you can use the same thing. So another bit of bad design there. But I will point out the joystick alone for this was let's turn this over. There you go, micro switch joystick. That is very quick shot 2. That's not really something Commodore would have done. This kind of like corner shot, tacky, fucking bright coloured fucking ovals with these spikes around them, you know, 50p off and all that shit. No, I don't like that. So they got the, they should have had that as the logo, not the C64 like that. And it is more or less the same. Yeah, that's the same. That's bloody brilliant, that is. I love that. That's just great. So you know what, I forgot what I was talking about. Ah well. Probably moaning about some shit or other. Ah yeah, actually, you know what, I am going to open it, so I want to compare the keyboards. No one has really, well, not on a video that I've watched. I'm not saying there isn't one, but they haven't actually said to me what the difference is in the keyboard, and that was quite important. C64 keyboard may have been cheap for the time, but it's better than anything on the shitty fucking PCs and Macs you get now.